Here's what we have lined up for you today here on The Now. You can now get a membership to get your prescriptions delivered. A big name pharmacy is taking on this program nationwide. How this works and if it could be worth it. Plus, Walmart wants to get into cryptocurrency. Now, you can't physically touch it. So how would this money system actually work? Who could it benefit? We're going to get into all of that. Plus, people who have lost their pets are getting help in a very unique way to help with their healing process. The special element in these paintings that's part of an artist's 6-month wait for her creations.
Thank you, Chris. You're watching The Now Indy on RTV6. I'm Amanda Starantino. A horrific scene on the city's west side. An out-of-control stolen truck slams into 2 homes. Both houses had people inside, many of whom are recovering after medics took them to the hospital. The incident happened just before 2 a.m. on Patricia Street near 30th Street and Georgetown Road. Police say a flatbed truck stolen from IPS's maintenance division lot at Northwest Middle School lost control during a turn. The truck crashed through a home where James Jefferson was sleeping, tearing off the front of the house. It then ran into the house next door where it stopped inside the home. Police say 2 adults and a teenage girl were sleeping inside that home at the time. Medics took 4 people to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. James Jefferson talks about the one thing he decided not to do, which he says saved his life.
Luckily, I was going to change my bed to this side of the wall last week, and for some reason I didn't change it. And if that bed would have been changed, I wouldn't be here talking to you guys today.
Right. So that's not luck. That's
a blessed by the best. I'm blessed by the best. So I worry, but I don't worry, because this can be fixed. Losing my life can't be fixed.
Police say the person driving the truck and any possible passengers ran from the scene. Again, they stole the vehicle from IPS's maintenance division lot. The details surrounding the driver and the truck are still under investigation. If you have any info, call Crime Stoppers at 317-262-TIPS.
My prediction is everyone at home should be able to recognize that. You can probably read it there right on top of the Coliseum. It comes right out and says it, Indiana State Fair, 38th and Fall Creek. They've had some rain nearby, but so far it's been a good day, a warm and humid day at the State Fair. It's been 15 days since we've hit 90. That said, we hit 89 over the weekend. We've been oh so close. Not much happening on radar now. A closer inspection, fading rain showers over Shelbyville, same over Wayne County. Let's head into northwest Hancock County and then right near Carmel. See this little line that moves to the northwest? That's the cooler air flowing out from the thunderstorms, and that may build some additional showers and thunder showers. There are the temperatures. If you have rain, it's much cooler, about 10 degrees cooler. Between now and 11 o'clock, temperatures will still be in the upper 70s. Our chance for thunderstorms fades as we get to about 8 or 9.
Today, President Trump condemning white supremacy and hate believed to have fueled the killings in El Paso. The president says that he's ordered the FBI to identify any further resources needed to disrupt hate crimes and domestic terrorism. Now, he's also pushing for the Justice Department to do a better job of detecting red flags online for mass shootings. Now, take a look right here. You're just taking a look at some of the images of the victims of that mass shooting at a Walmart in El Paso. Now, they include the parents of 3 young children and an Army veteran. Our Chris Welch is in the community.
In the words of the people who live here,
it's a loving city.
The border town of El Paso.
Everybody knows everybody, seems that way.
Is family.
We're not as close-minded.
A place where Alicia Brown has never felt out of place because of her skin color.
There's no racism here. I don't feel it. I've never felt it in all my life.
We believe in this concept of familia.
Marisa Limon Garza with the Hope Border Institute says family here includes El Pasoans and Mexicans just across the border in Juarez.
These borderlands, these fences, these structures are things that were imposed on us. But this has been a binational community for so long, and it's one that we find great beauty in.
It is a melting pot here. That's that term I learned in high school. I guess it fits here.
A melting pot of immigrants and Mexican nationals. They see it as an asset.
This city is surviving because of the people that come over from Juarez. What people don't realize is they are part of this economy. The people that were at Walmart, they were shopping for the clothes, they were shopping for school, so just like all of us.
Brown said when the shooting happened, she did worry that the community, her family, might have been shattered. But no.
Because really he brought us more together. He united treated us.
Reporting in El Paso,
Loving, caring, understanding.
I'm Chris Welch.
All right, Chris, thank you. And we turn from El Paso now to Ohio, where the search for a motive is continuing in Dayton after the mass shooting there at a popular entertainment district. The gunman's sister is among those who were killed. The police chief says it's hard to believe that the gunman would have targeted his own sister, but that it's also hard to imagine that he wouldn't have recognized her. Police responded in under a minute, killing that suspect. Well, you can now get a membership to get your prescriptions delivered. As we turn back to our lineup here on The Now, a big-name pharmacy is taking its program nationwide. So ahead in our lineup, we're going to show you how this works and if it could be worth it.
And it should be.
Welcome back to The Now Indy on RTV6. There are 660 official state historical markers across Indiana. And at the end of the month, there will be one more. And Ryan White's name will be on it. Ryan White and his efforts to raise national AIDS awareness will be commemorated with a marker on the grounds of Hamilton Heights Middle School on August 30th. In 1987, what is now the middle school was the Hamilton Heights High School building. White received a warm welcome at the school when he transferred there. That was not the case in Howard County. In 1984, while living outside Kokomo, White contracted AIDS from a blood transfusion. He met opposition at Western Middle School from people who feared he would spread AIDS to students and staff. So he transferred to Hamilton Heights. White was just 18 when he died in 1990. The historical marker will be unveiled on August 30th at 9 a.m.
Getting your prescription is about to get a little bit easier, but it is going to come at a price, as CVS today announcing that it's expanding its pharmacy delivery program nationwide. Annie Taylor's here with how it works.
So, Chris, CarePass is similar to Amazon Prime in that you pay for a membership, either $5 a month or $48 for the year. You get free delivery on meds and other items from CVS. Now, the membership also includes access to a 24/7 pharmacist telephone helpline, and there's a 20% discount on CVS branded items like over-the-counter meds and vitamins. Also, a $10 a month credit on your account that can be used on some items. CVS tested its CarePass program in several cities and found that people bought more with the membership. Now, the downside is delivery takes 1 or 2 days, and if you need prescription meds quick, it's still better to pick up. We talked to a consumer savings expert about the value behind CarePass.
It's just really important for consumers, especially millennials who are spending the most money on these monthly memberships, to be aware of what they're signing up for and how much they're actually spending. There's a survey that found that the average millennial is spending $200 a month on subscription services. So reassess those that you're actually using and cancel the ones you're not, so you're not wasting.
Now, CVS has some big competition in the online prescription space. Amazon now owns online pharmacy PillPack that delivers and manages your meds. The service and shipping are free.
All right, Annie, thank you. And Verizon's now rolling out a new option for families. It allows each member of the family to pick their own plan. It'll run $70 a line. Verizon's launching a new quiz that could help you determine which plan is best for you. Now, meanwhile, AT&T is announcing a new partnership with Spotify. Starting tomorrow, customers who have AT&T's Unlimited and more premium plan can now get Spotify Premium for free. Now, other customers can be eligible for a 6-month trial. Let's get back to our lineup here on The Now. Our pets are such a big part of our lives, so it may not be a surprise that one woman now has a 6-month wait for pet portraits.
They say, I can feel him, I can see her looking at me, I can almost reach out and touch her and pet her.
The special part of her paintings helping people who have lost their pets heal.
That RTV6 is working for you.
Let's start the Now news feed. You can expect FedEx and UPS to start delivering your packages 7 days a week starting in January. Weekend delivery drivers will be paid less, though, than weekday drivers. Both of these companies are trying to keep up with Amazon, which uses independent drivers to deliver packages. Well, how much is your vacation time worth to you? A new study says 1/3 of workers would give up some pay in exchange for unlimited vacation time. Allianz Global Assistance released its Vacation Confidence Index, and it found that the average worker would give up 26% of their salary for an unlimited time off. Take a look at this video. Pretty cool. Real-life Iron Man here, right? This is a French inventor on a hoverboard going right across the English Channel. He started in France, then he landed in England, did it safely. Just took him about 20 minutes to do this. Really impressive. Our pets can be such a big part of our lives. A Maryland woman has turned her passion for painting into a canvas of compassion. Corey Rangel has a look at how she's helping people heal who have lost a pet.
This is incredibly special to me. Oh, I'm going to get a little teary because it was something that we started before Elsa passed away.
For Melissa Swinsrud, this painting of her dog Elsa captured her sweet and curious personality shortly before she died.
It has always been an incredible source of happiness for me. And I never have felt, I was telling Erica this, I've never felt sadness looking at it because it's that moment of where she was in her life.
For Melissa, there's part of the painting that helps bring it to life.
Through the eyes, Erica captures the spirit of the dog, and it's very evident. And it's fun that she starts that way because you don't really know how the painting is going to, evolve.
As soon as you paint those eyes, that's the soul of the animal, and that's when the animal comes alive on canvas.
Erica Eriksdotter is the artist behind the painting. Pet portraits have become a specialty. Many of them are for owners who have lost a pet and want more moments with them, even if it's created with the stroke of a brush.
I say, I can feel him. I can see her looking at me. I can almost reach out and touch her and pet her. And, these are pets that have passed away. And so those eyes are key.
Erica's eye for empathy has created such a connection with pet owners. There's now a 6-month wait list for her art. She even quit her job to work on helping others heal.
I know that raw emotions and the heartbreak that it takes and the grieving process. And if I can help them throughout that just a little bit, that's how I choose to serve.
To serve and preserve a special bond on a colorful canvas capturing meaningful memories. I'm Corey Rangel reporting.
Very creative. Thank you, Chris and Corey. Advertising a soft drink for a few $100s a month may seem like a good way to make some extra cash, but working for you, John Matarese has a warning so you don't waste your money.
Do you ever see a car or truck go by with a Red Bull logo on it? Maybe Coca-Cola or Dr. Pepper? Sure you have. So how would you like to get paid for having an ad like that on your car? We looked into whether offers like this are real. Susan Miller is trying to help her 17-year-old niece find her first job.
Looking for work, freshly graduated.
So when Dr. Pepper Snapple texted her, offering to pay the young woman to wrap her car with ads, she said, sure. A few days later, she received this packet in the mail.
So to my surprise, she got this check from PNC Bank for $2,500.
The instructions told her to deposit the check, then wire half of it to the car wrapping company and keep the rest for herself. I mean, it sounds like some easy money. $200 a month to just put a sticker on the back of your car and advertise a soft drink. But Susan immediately felt the whole thing was suspicious, and thank goodness, she says, that she opened the envelope before her niece did.
She would have opened this. She'd have probably been at the bank and cashed it.
Dr. Pepper Snapple has issued an alert that this is a scam. They are not paying people to put ads on their car. Neither is Rockstar Energy Drink, Casio watches, or many other companies targeted in this scam. But people are falling for it. How realistic does that check look?
This check does look real for any PNC bank. And what I've learned, if you deposit it, if people spend their money, they're responsible to pay that back.
That would have been a tough life lesson for a young woman just out of high school. Bottom line, no beverage company will pay someone who's not an employee to drive a car with their logo on it. If you have an accident, they could be liable. So be careful so you don't waste your money. I'm John Matarese for RTV6.
And a weather now camera looking to the southwest of Indianapolis. Most of the action is north of Indy. When I say action, I mean rain. Let's go to 31 and 465. Showers just near Carmel. You can see the darker clouds there at any point. I think from 31 and 465 over to I-69 and 465, you may find some downpours. Let me show you what it looks like on radar now. Kind of match that up. There's Carmel. This is just between Carmel and the north side of Indy. Also expanding Fisher temperatures. This will drift toward Geist once again. Much needed rain for Hamilton County. We've had other areas of rain in Hancock County down to Shelbyville. From Greenfield to Shelbyville fade away. We'll continue to see these pop-ups between now and about 9 o'clock. 87 in Indianapolis for the time being. We'll see that temperature fall, though, as the rain-cooled air reaches all of Marion County. Warmest temperature down in Bedford. Humidity much higher for all of us. Probably the first day in a while you stepped out and you could really feel that. With it more humid, we won't be able to cool off as much. Most areas will be around 70 overnight. Headlines for tomorrow. Thunderstorms return. There's a low severe threat. Wind damage would be the main threat, along with some additional downpours. 1 to 4. You see the expansion of showers and thunderstorms right through the heart of central Indiana at 7. Then by 9 to the south and east. We'll unveil the 4-day forecast for you coming up.
Let's start the Now News feed. Businesses better have their guards up. Malware attacks are up 200% on business networks in the first part of this year and the end of last year. IBM says the average cost of recovering from an attack for a business, about $239 million. One of France's largest labor unions, as well as environmental groups, want stronger measures when it comes to cleaning up Notre Dame. There are some big concerns about toxic lead in the air after tons of it burned during the fire. Repairs are on hold over the health risks right now. But next time you're feeling brisket, be ready to pay up. Brisket is now the third priciest cut of beef. Actually used to be one of the cheapest, but experts say the rise in popularity of Texas barbecue is just driving up demand. Big name companies making cell phones, laptops, and electric vehicles are changing out their lithium-ion batteries. Now, they're going with a more energy-efficient option. It'll save you money, but it'll also keep you safe. Andy Taylor's checking out the latest technology.
Batteries, something you don't necessarily think about on a regular basis, unless you hear about these stories on the news. Lithium batteries exploding.
What you can buy today is very good, but it also comes at the price of being very risky.
One company called Solid Power is changing the battery game, making them lighter, safer, and more energy efficient by using a solid-state electrolyte.
In a conventional lithium ion, you have essentially what is a liquid electrolyte that enables the ions to go back and forth. In solid-state battery, you're basically just replacing that liquid electrolyte with a solid ion conducting material.
Which basically means a solid-state battery can never explode and weighs a lot less. We rely on lithium-ion batteries every day, from our cell phones, laptops, and electric vehicles. Solid Power's CEO makes it clear that lithium batteries are perfectly safe, but they have the potential to become unsafe.
In solid state, you can still fail, i.e. short circuit, but it's a very benign failure. You basically just have a dead battery and it doesn't catch on fire or explode.
We got an inside look at how they make solid power batteries. Now, Doug says big name companies like BMW, Hyundai, and Ford will all be using solid power batteries soon. He also says they would be a game changer for the military.
Our military is increasingly electrified. Troops in the field carry, tens of pounds of batteries when they go into combat. So you could see where if I could reduce the weight burden of those batteries, I can make them safer.
And when it comes to price, with every new technology, it's going to cost more up front. But
as demand grows, that the cost of that battery system itself goes down.
I'm Annie Taylor reporting.
All right, Annie, thank you. And the summer brain drain, well, it may be more about screens and less about playing outside. Child experts say you want to get your kids back into a schedule before school starts. So that might mean no phones, games, or computers an hour before bedtime. It's also important to start screen-free times and zones. So, no phones at the dinner table or not before school. The simplest way is to set certain screen times on devices.
When you see those devices, you can assign them to different members of your household, and then you can put those devices on a schedule. Say you want the kids to get used to getting online. Maybe they can check the internet at 7 a.m. before they go to school, but you definitely want it off at for bedtime at 9 p.m. That schedule is easy to set. You can also modify it so it's different on the weekends if you want to give them a little more screen time then.
Google's home Wi-Fi system allows you to set screen times. It also boosts Wi-Fi access in your house. It does cost between $100 and $250. All right, next on our lineup, Walmart wants to get into cryptocurrency. So how would this actually work? What does Walmart get out of it? Some big questions. We're going to get some answers on that coming up.